Good morning, class. You're all welcome in this new term. Today, we'll be looking at a topic called Call to Freedom. Call to Freedom. What is freedom? I said here that freedom means liberty, independence, or self determination. It has to do with liberating or delivering people from slavery or from foreign oppression. Every human being likes to be free. No human being likes to be under bondage or controlled by another person. Even animals, to some extent, love liberty. But, you know, being free is the aim of every man. So, liberty or freedom has to do with what? Liberating people from slavery or from foreign oppression. This is an image to signify that, yes, one is free from bondage or from colonialism. Now, we can look at this Bible text, Exodus chapter 1, 1 to 13, chapter 3, verse 8, and chapter 14. In this Bible text passage, it talks about how God delivered the Israelites from the government of Egypt. Without wasting much of our time, let us quickly go to the next subtopic. Our subtopic here is types of freedom. There are many different types of freedom. We'll be looking at them accordingly. First of all, number one is political freedom. I said here that the liberation of Israel from bondage and oppression in Egypt by Moses, the deliverance of the Israelites from Canaanite bondage by Deborah, and liberation of our country from colonial bondage. All these things signify what? Political freedom. So political freedom is the liberation of a country, a community from colonial rule or from the power of other government. So I put in this image. Looking at this image, it shows when the British government are colonizing our country, Nigeria. Let's go to the next, the number two of types of what? Freedom. Number two of type of freedom is economic freedom. I said there that this is the ability of a nation to grow more food for the people and not to be over-dependent on foreign government for aid. The nation also free itself from over-dependence on one commodity for export. A country that is able to feed its nation, its people, with food shows that the country, to some extent, is free economically. The Bible says that a man that cannot feed his household is worse than an infidel. So it is the aim of every man or every government to feed its citizen. Now, this image here signifies what? Freedom from dependency. Freedom from colonialism. Freedom from economic. The birds there signify that, yes, on their own, they said it signified that, yes, on their own, they can fend for themselves. So let's move to the third types of freedom. The third types of freedom is social freedom. It means freedom from ignorance and superstition through sound education. Freedom from diseases and unhealthy environment through proper medical care and environmental sanitation. Freedom from ignorance is one of the main things. It is a key to development of African nation. Many of us as Africans, we still believe in superstition. We are still ignorant to so many facts that will bring development. You see? So now look at everywhere here. there are deaths everywhere. You know, with social freedom, we can bring about what? Cleanliness in our environment. We also look at this man, an herbalist. Many African states, many African nations depend on what? People to tell them about their future. That is superstition. They depend on they depend on hearsay and sorcerers. They don't tend to think and do things themselves. So one of the main things that will liberate us from social freedom is education. Like I said here, education. Education is the key. Many countries have invested a lot in developing their citizens. Countries like Singapore. Singapore were a third world nation. They were so poor, but they invested a lot in education, and as a result, they are among the first world nations, competing with Americans and other developed nations. Let us move to the next subtopic. The third one is freedom of association. I said it means that people are free to join any religious organization or political party and be allowed to worship or hold any political ideology. We thank God that Nigeria is a country that accommodates different associations. If you're a Christian, you go to your church. If you're a Muslim, you go to your mosque. But some countries are not like that. Some countries like North Korea, China, you can't just associate anyhow. In fact, religious groups are dealt with, whether Christian or Muslims. But Nigeria is not like that. You see, if you're a Christian, you go to church. If you're a Muslim, you go to mosque. You can join the Boy Scout. You can join the Red Cross. So whatever association you want to join with, as long as it promotes the peace and unity of the country, you join. So our next types of what freedom is freedom of speech. I said this is a situation where one can speak his mind out on any matter of public interest. You know, any country, as we all know, that encourage freedom of speech is a democratic world country. The most democratic country in the whole world is America. But some countries don't encourage freedom of speech. This same country, China and North Korea, when you talk anyhow, especially when you talk against the government, you'll be arrested and be jailed. You see, and you'll be punished severely. But it's not like that for a democratic country like Nigeria, America. So freedom of speech even can bring about development in the country. So we are going to stop here for today. When next we come, we shall continue. Have a nice day and stay safe. Goodbye. Thank you.